Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, what's good? If you are new, hey boo, I am back with another video. Okay, so happy Sunday to you all and good morning. Okay, I am up early this morning. I've been up since about 5 o'clock this morning. Yeah, I am a straight early bird, and I'm going to come and hop on video and record for y'all. I had a topic that I had in mind, and let me just address something real quick, okay? I know my channel is not going to be for everybody, and I'm totally okay with that. Please be respectful on my channel. When I come and I put out certain videos, I'm giving y'all the same respect, so I would expect for y'all to give me that in return. Please do not come on my channel trying to tell me how to run my channel. I'm gonna do what I want to do on my channel, okay? If you don't like my delivery, you don't like the way I put out certain things, then you can gladly go to another channel. There's millions of people that have a YouTube channel, so please feel free to go search for another video or another person's channel. If these videos do not fit you, I'm not going to cater to you, okay? So I just wanted to say that first and foremost, because the one thing I have been noticing about this platform is when people get behind a phone or a computer or whatever type of device they may be using, you know how that person gets super drunk and they get the liquid courage and they feel like they just got the strength and the ability to fight everybody. They want this ballsy until they got some liquor in their system, and now all of a sudden they got all this rah-rah kind of energy. That's what I be noticing a lot with people when they come and leave certain comments on your channel. Like, don't bring that type of energy on my channel. Just go to somebody else's channel if you're not feeling my videos, okay? That's it and that's all, okay? Go take your liquid courage to somebody else's channel, okay? And we are just gonna get straight into the video. And y'all see the title, okay? You are a leader, not a follower. And that's what they dislike, okay? So this is basically going to be kind of piggybacking off of a few videos on my channel to where I have talked about, you know, following your purpose, standing in your power, doing your own thing, staying on your path, okay, focusing on you, not following along what everybody else is doing. And see, the one thing about you, because you just probably listen to this video, you probably have been a leader your entire life, or you probably have went through a certain instance to where you felt like you wasn't a leader. You might have felt as though you didn't have a voice, or you might have been a type of person that really just had different beliefs from the masses or the majority of people, and you always felt as though you didn't want to say this because you didn't want to look like the weird one or the odd one out, because people probably always made you feel singled out your entire life. You was never included, and that has came and served a greater purpose in your life because it has kind of pushed you into this leadership role. You have became your own leader in your life because you never really fit in with anybody to begin with. You was always the one that seemed to kind of stood off from the crowd. You never fit in. The reason why you stood off from the crowd, not because you thought you was better than people, because a lot of people are going to come to you and try to make it seem as though they have been set apart, they are a leader and things like that, when really leaders have a certain kind of uniqueness about them, something that kind of sets them apart from everybody else. Like I said, you may be the type of person to where you have learned how to embrace your individuality. You know that you are different from a lot of people, not in a sense to where you feel as though you are better than them, but you just know that it's something different about you, and you have learned how to embrace that, and it has worked in your favor. When you do certain things, it just kind of stand out, you know. It's just kind of like that whole thing of, say for instance, y'all got to do a project for school or something like that. I'm just using this as personal reference, okay? I'm getting a little personal with y'all. But if you was the type of person that, you might have been the type of person that nobody ever wanted to partner up with you, okay? And I know this all too well. Nobody ever wanted to be your partner, okay? Because you might have been the quiet person. You might have been the type of person that never really used to participate in group activities because you might have been a really shy and quiet person. Or you might have just been the type of person that nobody really wanted to be friend or anything like that. Everybody probably always thought you was weird. And so y'all have to do group projects and things like that. Nobody ever wanted to partner with you. And so now You probably have been forced to do this project on your own, and you probably begging and pleading to the teacher, how can I make my grade up? This teacher probably telling you, oh, you got to do a group presentation, you got to participate, you got to do oral presentations. Like, if you're the type of person that's been like a real shy and quiet person, you just always afraid to speak, then this was your worst nightmare. Okay, so you might have convinced this teacher to let you do this project on your own. Okay, so now you have been pushed into this situation to where you have to lead. Okay, you don't have nobody else grouped up with you. You got to do this project on your own. You got to present this. You have to give the same energy. You have to give a certain level of learning methods your teacher probably has taught y'all throughout the entire semester. You got to give the same energy as if you would if you was with a group. Okay, so you got to do extra credit work. You got to do all this extra work to present your project. Okay, and so you have became your own leader in a sense. Okay, because nobody wanted to partner up with you. Okay, so now you got to build up your confidence. Okay, you probably had to pray to the Lord to give you the confidence to be able to deliver this presentation the right way. Okay, your teacher probably mad at you because you didn't want to group up with them. These people in your group is giving off negative energy, so you partner up with them, the presentation ain't gonna come out right because everybody is gonna be giving off weird energy. It's not going to be a group project because everybody is not working together. In order for a group project to be successful, everybody has to be on one accord. And so because everybody is not on one accord, the project is going to be a failure. And you already know this. It's just kind of like, in a sense, when your spirit is not aligned with other people, you are not going to want to be around this person. You're not going to want to team up and do any type of work with them because, like I said, when you get around people, if you have ever had the ability to read the room, you already know how people coming. You already know what type of energies they giving off. And so since you are put off by negative energy, you are not going to want to team up with these people. No matter how much your teacher might have told you that you are going to fail this class if you don't do this group presentation. And so this has probably came a time in your life to where you have decided to kind of just step out on your own and do your own thing, be a leader. It's because you are basically going against what the teacher had told you to do. Okay, so being a leader comes with being a risk taker. Okay, you are willing to risk getting a failing grade because you don't want to work around negative energy. You don't want to do a group project with people that you know don't like you, and so that's why you have decided to do this project on your own. Okay, and so you have carried this type of energy throughout your entire life. Okay, and just being a leader has gave you this newfound sense of confidence to the point now to where you have never been cool with being a follower. Okay, you have never been okay with just following along with everybody else do. If your spirit is not aligned with a person, you are okay with standing alone. And that's the one thing about being a leader. You are okay with standing alone. You don't care about not having people around you. That type of stuff probably used to bother you when you was a child, but now that you are older and wiser now, and you have a different kind of confidence, you have emotional maturity, you have mental strength, spiritual strength, you got the Lord on your side. It's kind of like you just became this unstoppable person with being a leader, and you are just going to come across so many people in your life that is just going to try to make you feel as though you need to follow along with what they are doing. Okay, you don't follow along with what everybody else is doing, and that's what some people are going to dislike about you, even if it's something that may be controversial. Okay, and it seems like everybody is doing it, but you see something about this situation that is wrong, and you not gonna follow along with it. It don't matter how controversial it is, and so that's what makes you a leader. That's what makes you dislikable to a lot of people. A lot of people are gonna be in their feelings about the fact that you don't want to be a follower, even when it comes to being on a platform or something like that. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of piggyback off the other video that I had made where I said certain people are going to be upset with you because you may have a uniqueness about you. It's something about your individuality that just seems to just kind of rub people the wrong way. And it's not nothing that you are doing intentionally. This is just the type of person that you are. And just some people are just not going to be with that. They are going to be wondering why you're not doing what everybody else is doing. Now I'm going to kind of jump back to the group project. When it's time for you to deliver your project, you got to do it yourself. Okay, everybody else can get up there and they did their presentation. It's time for you to deliver. Okay, so you did twice the amount, twice or triple or quadruple, because when it's a group, it's more than 3, it's 4 or 5 people, right? So you done did quadruple the amount of work than everybody else in your classroom. Okay, and so now when you come to deliver this project, you are carrying this entire project and its delivery by yourself, and it's almost as if you have transformed into so many different people. You have became multi-talented in so many different ways as well. Okay, and see, this is why I say it's important for you to just kind of do your own thing and be comfortable in being yourself. Embrace your individuality, because that is your power. Okay, that's the powerful thing about you, and that's what makes you different and sets you apart from everyone else. It's because you do your own thing. And so now when you deliver this message, it's gonna serve. Okay, you are going to be able to serve this project. You are going to end up getting an A+. You are going to surpass everybody else. And everybody else that tried to look down on you, laugh at you, talk about you, they didn't want to work with you because they thought you was weird and stuff like that. They thought you was dumb because you probably didn't open your mouth and speak. But when it got down to it and you knew you had to get this passing grade because you didn't have no other choice because your parents weren't playing with you, your parents said, do not come home with a grade lower than an A or a B. Okay, so you know you got to get up here and deliver this project the way it's supposed to be delivered. You already did extra credit. You didn't did all the extra work. Okay, so when it was time for you to get up here and deliver, you did your thing. Okay, you probably got everybody in the classroom mouth probably done dropped because you done did way better than all of them put together. Okay, you have became your own leader in a sense. Okay, the people that pushed off all this negative energy towards you and tried to make you feel as though you was less than, they was better than you weren't good enough to sit with them. In a sense, you ended up kind of bypassing them, not intentionally, okay, but just you gaining this strength just off the simple fact of you just being away from the crowd. You was basically forced away from the crowd. These people done pushed you away, so you ain't had no other choice but to stand on your own. Okay, 10 toes down, baby. And so now you done came and delivered your project and you done got this passing grade. Everybody looking at you crazy. You are gonna have some people that still gonna dislike you. They still ain't gonna want to work with you. Okay, you are going to have some people that's going to want to probably team up with you and work with you after they done seen what you done did. You may have came to a certain instance to where you might have been a person that was probably smarter than everybody in your class. Okay, you never knew this. Okay, but your teachers think this quality about you. That's why they was always trying to push you to participate in class. They knew your greatness from within you. That's why they tried to push you to become greater. Okay, they knew that you was smart. And so that's why they wanted you to step out of your shell and break your shyness. And now that you have developed this leadership quality about yourself, it has came to work in your favor later on in your life. Okay, I know there's some few people on my channel that really resonate with this. Okay, if you are the type of person that's always been singled out, you was always the oddball at everybody, nobody ever wanted to be your friend, you understand clearly what I'm talking about in this video when it comes to being a leader. You are going to get to a certain level in your life when it comes to being in a leadership position on your walk with Christ. Okay, everything that you do in your life got leadership written all over it. Okay, this is what these followers, the people that dislike you for your leadership qualities and your individuality and your creativity, these people are followers. That's why they dislike you. Okay, you are going to come to a certain point in your life to where you are going to come across these people that probably victimized you when you was a child. Okay, this bullying tactic and things people be using, like I said, bullies, they never really seem to outgrow their ways. If you have ever noticed, little bullies grow up to be bigger bullies. And I always have believed that. I have never seen a bully change their ways. A bully always seemed to grow up to be an even bigger or worse bully. Okay, you see it. Everything that you have ever experienced in your childhood, it's just kind of like 10 or 20 times greater when you are an adult. Okay, you see this all the time in your personal life. You see it online. You just see it everywhere. And you are just going to come across certain people to where they are going to feel as though you need to be following up behind them. You are going to kind of get this sense to where you are going to feel as though these people are trying to initiate you to be a part of something. Like, you're going to come across certain people where they are clicked up, they can't seem to just do anything by themselves. They always got to be with somebody else or with a group of people. It seems as though they can't really think on their own. They always got to be trying to team up against one person, or you see this all the time. And the reason why these people do these types of things is because they envy your leadership. They envy the fact that you are a leader. That's the one thing that they dislike about you. These are the type of people that thought that they can break you. If you might have been the type of person that, like I said, might have been secluded, an introvert, a quiet, shy person. And let me just say this. Every person that is a leader was not shy or quiet or introverted. These might have been the type of people that might have had confidence their entire life. They never was an odd person out. They might have not had been that type of person, but they just always had this special thing about them, this certain aura about them, to where they was born to be a leader. Okay, so every leader is not a shy, quiet, introverted person. I'm just speaking from myself personally, because this is the type of person I used to be when I was a child. So this message is going to resonate in here for the people like that. Okay, but basically what I'm trying to say is keep being a leader. Okay, this is the message that I wanted to push out to y'all this morning. Keep being a leader. Okay, even on your walk with Christ, you are going to notice that so many different people are going to try to push and force their beliefs onto you. Okay, I feel like everybody has their own personal relationship with the Lord. Nobody can force their beliefs onto you. Nobody can force you to think the way that they think. Nobody can force you to follow certain agendas. You do your own thing. That's the thing that people dislike. Even when it comes to being on your walk with Christ, certain people are going to try to force a certain agenda onto you. What works for you is not going to work for the next person. And that's another thing people don't understand when it comes to stepping into being a leader. What works for you is going to work for you. It's not going to work for the next person. We are all different. Some people are going to be highly upset and offended by you, but you don't want to take leadership from them. Okay, when a person is coming with the wrong spirit. People are going to be upset because you don't want to take their leadership or their guidance or whatever. You have your tribe. You have the people that you take guidance from. You ain't even holding yourself higher up that is higher than other people just because you are a leader. You can't take guidance from other people without feeling as though they are higher than you or beneath you. But y'all are walking this path together. That's the one thing about being a leader. You see leadership qualities in other people and you take guidance from those type of people because you know that they are coming with the right intentions and they are coming with the right spirit. Those are the people that you want to have connections with and team up with and take guidance from. You are going to have certain people that are going to be upset. Some people, they come with this quote unquote leadership kind of role. They be coming in a way as if they are trying to dictate and boss other people around. They want people to be up under them so they can feel like they are higher than you. That's why they are upset with the leadership qualities about you. They know that you can see through them. They know that you know that they not really no leader. They just capping. They know that you can see that on them. That's why they are upset, because you don't want to take no leadership from them. They are going to give you pushback. Even when it comes to you being a leader, you are going to get so much pushback from these people. They're going to come with this energy and this spirit as if they are going to try to undermine you and try to discredit you as if you ain't no leader. They're going to be coming with that energy like, you ain't no leader. You need to be taking guidance and you need to be taking leadership from me. Who you think you is? You need to be up under me, so to speak. You are going to come across so many different people like this on your walk with Christ. When you are a leader, you embrace the fact of being different. That's another way to let you know that you are a leader. You fully embrace the fact that you are different. Okay? You don't feel weird about being different. You embrace it. Okay? Standing in your truth and standing in your power is the biggest stepping stone to becoming a leader. Okay, that is the best quality about being a leader, is standing in your power and standing in your truth. You are not downplaying your intelligence. You are not downplaying your gifts. You are not downplaying who you are for nobody. Okay, that's the greatest thing about you. That's the leader in you that people envy. You are going to have people that are going to admire your leadership, and you are going to have people that's going to envy your leadership. You just got to stay focused, baby. Stay focused on your goals. At the end of the day, you are going to get that passing grade when you stay focused on yourself. And let the followers fall to the wayside. They are nothing but distractions, okay? They are going to always dislike you because you are a leader, okay? So keep continuing to be a leader. Do not follow along with anyone else's agenda. Be yourself. Be comfortable in that. Embrace that. And learn to love that, okay? So hopefully I got something from this message. Hopefully it helped you in some way. There is power in being a leader, baby, okay? So stand in it fully, okay? Continue to protect y'all soul and spirit. And I will talk to y'all in the next video.